episode 119. If you're keeping track of the Greaseball Podcast, appreciate you rather taking part. Subscribe, rate, review is what you're supposed to do. If you're listening on a podcast platform, you can catch it on all podcast platforms as well as on YouTube. The pod plus other content over on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button if that's where you're checking us out. And there's your to-do list, kids. Welcome to a brand new episode, Thanksgiving week. So there's that. If you like Thanksgiving, we do here on the pod. You're going out of town?
Yeah, man.
We're staying
Georgia,
low.
here I come.
Georgia.
Yeah.
The Peach State.
The less I say about that, the better.
Okay.
It's already been a point of contention in this house.
So there's Georgia.
Good times.
Yeah. ATL represent. So speaking of food starting a bunch of shit, and V will be back next week. She's being a parent. Her and the kid are doing stuff. Oh. So we're here to talk about farts and the Eagles almost farting away yesterday's game. Ooh. Speaking of, which we'll get to that, but I wanted to. So Saturday night we went out and we got Foundation Day tattoos. She got a hummingbird. Mm-hmm. Very, very meaningful. I got a murderous clown.
Very, very meaningful.
Yeah, which is it only made sense to rock the Terrifier shirt today. One of several that I've bought since seeing these films. So after getting Art the Clown and she got her thing continued, it was like, okay, well, we're hungry. Mm-hmm. So we remembered the Raising Cane's opened up. Okay.
That looked like a disaster.
And that's exactly where I'm going, dude, because this was, if you're not familiar with Raising Cane's, by the way, it's an incredible chicken finger place. You can sit here and go, well, it's chicken fingers. You're 34. I understand, but
the rest of Hampton agrees with you, by the way.
I'm telling you, these are so good. They will fucking ruin your life. And they ruined the fucking city here. Because this is the thing, dude, and this was, I don't know, I'd say 9:30 Saturday night, right? So you're thinking, all right, look.
Can't be but so bad.
Most people Saturday night are out
anywhere but
out at the club.
Joint.
Right. Probably everyone that tried to get chicken fingers is out of the fucking way. Mm-hmm. You would think. It's going to be busy because it's shiny new toy.
Right.
But you're not expecting, 2 cop cars and fucking lines. Just, I mean, dude, what the fuck? What the hell? We can't have anything around here.
Nah, man. Nah.
I hate it here.
So, as you know, I do the DoorDash gimmick.
Yes.
And, there's lots of places you go, and it's almost always the Chick-fil-A's. They're so efficient. I'll give them that. I don't need it to place personal choice.
Yeah, Dick-fil-A.
Yeah. But, the way they're always set up is always to block traffic. Because the one over on Coliseum, getting super local here, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry. But, the line goes, like this. This. Yeah. And then it goes into, the strip of, all the shops.
Right by pretentious-ass Panera Bread.
Yeah. And then it goes out to Coliseum. And that line is consistently out to fucking Coliseum.
Oh, it's brutal.
It's like, well, if I have a pickup there, I just park over by where Sports Authority used to be.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever the hell it's called now, I don't remember. I park over there and walk.
Yeah. Dude, it makes sense because efficiency.
It's a disaster.
I hate Chick-fil-A.
This Raising Cane's looks to be the same. We went to Blue Shopping Place earlier today, not Devil Blue Shopping Place, other Blue Shopping Place.
Yeah, the less of the two evils.
And we, I looked over there. I was like, well, it's lunchtime, and still line was wrapped around. It seems to be contained at least as far as because we went by Saturday too. I was out working, and it didn't seem to be interrupting Mercury at all. So I was like,
no.
Okay, well, at least there's that.
It was definitely Mercury was able to flow. It was just why? I didn't understand, because you can see the blueberries from a distance. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, something's going on, whatever. Didn't bother to think we're just hanging out because a chicken finger joint open. And I mean, and V was like, "There's 2 of them," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So, 2 things: A, what are these cops deciding to not do to where they have to be? Their duty is to sit in a drive-through and make sure everything remains orderly. 2, what the fuck? Anytime and I understand anytime anything opens anywhere.
The Freddy's across the street was like that a couple weeks ago.
Literally, and now that's where we went. We ended up going, fuck it, let's go to Freddy's, because everybody that was over at Freddy's is now at fucking Raising Cane's, so let's just go there.
Shiny new toy.
And it was solid, but we love Cane's, and it was like I don't understand what happens to people around here, and I was like, we're going to give it about a month until I get like the 2-week break from the day job. Then by about then, maybe it'll kind of start to slow down a little bit.
At least.
But yeah, even then, dude, like even Cookout was still kind of getting mobbed to the point of backing up on the Mercury until recently. Now, Cookout was desolate as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Cookout was dust in the wind. They were over there, fucking,
hey, come on in.
Yeah, hey, in the arms of an angel. Nobody gives a fuck about us anymore. And it's just like, I still fucks with Cookout, but anytime, dude. I remember when the rallies opened up there years ago, and people shit on rallies, but it was fucking anything, dude. Steak and Shake, all that shit.
Yep.
I don't understand who looks at that line and goes, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
Because dude, we didn't even stop. We didn't even slow down.
Nah, man.
When we saw the blueberries and we saw the fucking lights. It was just like, no, fuck this. They're not that good. They're not.
Well, even if they are, like, look, man, there's something about the mentality of lines, just period. Because when you go to Busch Gardens and the new ride is open, it's like you kind of there's still I'm usually willing to let, because normally I'm like, get me on the ride in 10 minutes or I'm not standing in line.
Sure.
But if it's a new ride, you're like, there is some point of, okay, 40 minutes, understandable, new ride.
Right.
But there does come a point where it's like, hour and a half? Nah, man.
Dude.
2 hours? No.
That's what I'm saying. Like so, and not to mention, on the way from the place where we get tattooed to where the Cane's is, you pass, I don't know, a Popeyes, a KFC, and it's like, are they as good? No, but
they got chicken.
Yeah, and you don't have to deal with this fucking line. And now Popeyes, you know how they usually are. They're notorious for shit service and long lines. So I don't know, dude. I'm curious, because nobody's probably going to give a fuck about anywhere for a while, but Cane's. And I love it there. I'm fucking thrilled we have one now, because I miss that place in my life. But I do not miss it that much.
Yeah, the crazy part is there's a Zaxby's in Hampton.
Yeah.
Which every time I go by seems to be desolate as well.
Yeah.
But Saturday when we went, I actually, first time I've ever picked up from Zaxby's was Saturday.
Yeah?
Yeah, never before. I had 2 orders pop up like right at the end of my shift. I was
Impressions,
like, oh, okay.
How are they? Do they seem decent? It's a Hampton place.
Place was swamped.
Did they not know Cane's had opened?
I wonder if it's just runoff. Like people, because you think about it, you go past and then you make the right.
You're
to
in the
get
mood
to
for
Zaxby's.
tendies. Yeah.
And it's like,
and if you don't want to wait in the Cane's line, where do you go?
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, to get to the KFC, you got to hang a Louis. Same with, I guess, unless you go to the Newport News Popeyes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing you do is you make the right, go to the Zaxby's.
I don't understand. That's what we kept going back. While we're sitting in line at Freddy's, which, by the way, was nowhere near Raising Cane's level, but it was enough to where it was kind of like, whatever. But it wasn't what it had been, because you know what it had been. Again, when any new place opens up here, we're sitting in line waiting to get to the little speaker gimmick, and we're just like, what are we doing? It's an area
waiting 45 minutes in your car for food.
The whole goddamn area code was there, just sitting there waiting for chicken tenders.
Again, what does that say about? I mean, look, man, I love our city. I really do. There is a charm to Hampton that I can never explain to anybody because nobody else gets it. There is
Right.
a weird charm to this place that I can't leave. Like, there's just something about it that I love, but like, there really isn't anything to do here.
There's so not.
So a restaurant opens up, and it's like, we gotta go.
Everybody just jizzes all over themselves because realistically, all we have here, like I remember we got Cookout several years ago. It was like, holy shit, we don't have to drive to Jefferson anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was fucking great, dude, because other than that, you just have your run-of-the-mill corporate America bullshit.
Yep.
Which are fine, so long as it's McRib season. And Taco Bell always has Baja. So there's that. But if you're in the mood for something like that, you're kind of, I'm sure, you and your wife do the same thing. Because if we're not, it's the Ryan Gosling in The Notebook. What do you want? Any couple knows how it is when you try to figure out a food transaction, and it's like, if we're kind of in the mood where it's like, don't really want to go anywhere far, we're kind of in the dilemma for about 20 minutes of like, it's generally the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really, you know what I mean? And there's a spot that's really, really close to us, and that tends to be, okay, well, fuck it, let's go there. But that place is also a little pricey, and you can't afford to go there all the time.
Yeah.
When we do decide, okay, let's go eat out. So it's the fact that there is a Cane's nearby is hella convenient. It makes me so happy. But I just look like, we were looking over there, and I'm like, this is why we can't have nice shit in Hampton. We can't.
Gotta imagine that, like, in a couple weeks, once the hype has died down, like lunch hour. Because
you would hope.
You figure dinner time is going to be awful for that place for like 2-3 months easy.
Yes.
Because people are getting off, coming down Mercury. Like,
it's easy to
forget
hit.
about it.
Right.
Lunch, maybe. Lunch might free up sooner.
People at work and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like,
I hope. I really do.
I want to try the place, but like, I might as well forget it.
Dude.
It's like when the new consoles come out. Yes. I might as well forget PS5. Like, and here it is, however many years later. It's like, well, you know what? I'm fine with my PS4 for now.
I still got an Xbox One, dude. You people go beat the hell out of yourselves and kill yourselves for chicken fingers. Yeah. They're fucking amazing, but they're not that good.
Sit in a line for an hour, man.
We got
some chicken.
Yeah, we got an air fryer, dude. I'm good. I'm good. Like, if it gets that bad, what's up, Food Lion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. I'm not doing that because that made DMV look acceptable. And nobody likes
going to DMV.
It's fucking
man.
DMV.
I know a place that's like hell. It's called DMV.
Yeah. Or Raising Cane's in Hampton.
Yeah.
Or Raising Cane's in Hampton, because it's there it is right there. We can't have nice shit here in the HPT. Speaking of almost not having nice shit, man, the Birds struggled yesterday, dude. And this is coming off the loss.
Mm-hmm.
The first loss of the year to the Command Skins.
I didn't see any of the game. I
envy you.
I watched a little bit of the 8:00 game, the Chiefs and Chargers, because uniform matchup.
Good game.
Had to look at it.
Yeah.
I had to look at it for a little bit. But I was watching scores, and I'm like, wait a minute. It was like, what, 6-3 or something? It was.
Yeah. Then it was 10-3, 13-3, and it was just like, when?
Yeah.
When are we going to wake up here?
Yeah.
I
mean, like, the one thing you have to give to them is your guy goes out there and gets a touchdown.
Yes.
Like, winning drive, like, that's got to be good for his morale.
Oh yeah, dude.
And like solidifying him as a leader of the team.
Yes.
I mean, you hate that it's even in that position against that team.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's got to be able to do that.
He has to, and that's going to be the difference between. And it's like we were saying before we went on, that you have to win those games.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's real easy to come out and fucking house people like you did Pittsburgh and shit. But you have to. That's not going to be every game. It's just not.
No.
And you're going to have to show some ability to fucking overcome adversity and deal with shit and make adjustments and be able to come from behind. And they did, thankfully, because I was getting fucking nervous, dude. I mean, this is Jeff Saturday over there on the sideline for the Colts. Second game as a head coach. Yeah. Dude was coaching high school 3 weeks ago. They fucking shit-canned Frank Reich and go, let's bring in this sad-looking Viking dude and have him be our head coach because the drunk owner likes him. And I love Jeff Saturday as a player. He played center, so did I. And by the way, his last name's a day of a week.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that? But, like, it's just weird, dude. And, you know, so it's Sirianni was bummed out he couldn't coach against Frank Reich, who he was offensive coordinator under because we hired him away from Indianapolis. So he wanted this one too, and the whole squad was salty as fuck after, you know, losing to Washington. And where my expectations fucked me up is I was like, you know what? They're mad that they lost. We're going to come out and smoke these motherfuckers. And we didn't. And like it, you know, they score early and you're like, oh boy. Oh boy. You know, you bring in, if you're Howie, you know, we're getting the ball run down our throat. Jordan Davis has been out. So you go and you sign in Ndamukong Suh, great name, and Linval Joseph, these defensive tackles, and you supplement the D line that way, which is fucking fantastic. And you're like, okay. And then Jonathan Taylor on his first drive looks like Jonathan Taylor and gets a touchdown. You're like, what in the fuck, dude? This isn't supposed to be happening anymore. Like, yeah, we just signed these dudes like 3-4 days ago off the street. So, you know, they're not going to be out there like completely killing it.
Right. They're not going to be running people down like crazy. But.
I mean, they sacked Matt Ryan, you know, which was nice. Yeah. You know, anytime you sack quarterback is awesome. But point being, you can't expect these two fresh bodies on the roster to come in here and save your ass, you know. Yeah. But after that, though, the defense kept them in the game because the offense just looked sluggish. They looked shitty. They looked But to your point, you know, when Hurts needed to make a play, he did. You know, and there was some weird shit there. You know, our guy called a timeout when it wasn't really super necessary, and you're sitting there looking, and you're like, dude, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. You left an eternity up there. And why is Jalen Hurts? The one thing I'll say is you got to let that clock run down when you're in those situations. Like, there's a play clock for a reason. Don't snap the ball with 20 seconds left on the play clock. That's 20 seconds you're giving them. Fuck that. You know, like, that's the type of shit that you can do against Matt Ryan and the Colts and get away with it, but you're not going to be able to do against, you know, Minnesota, even maybe Dallas. I hate to say it, which
they housed the Vikes yesterday.
So gross, dude. Yeah. So gross. I mean, it's nice in a weird way because it's like, okay, thanks for the hockey assist because now we've got sole possession of the 1 seed in the NFC for now. We control our own destiny because, you know, Minnesota has 2 losses, us and Dallas, you know, but you hate to see, it's just like, I can already see it. Cowboy, well, fuck you. We're better. Fuck your record. You beat nobody. We got the first place schedule and we beat Minnesota by more than you did. And it's just like, dude, fuck off, man. Cause I saw that we had to run out really early into the Vikings-Cowboys game. And I had to reach out to my stepdad, and who's from Minnesota, huge Vikings fan. So when we left the house, I want to say it was, 10-3 Dallas. It was still early. And so I was like, what's the score? And he goes, I don't even want to fucking talk about it. And I was like, oh, great. Yeah. He goes, it's 40-3. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? He's like, what we do. We're the Vikings. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So
part of the reason I tapped out.
Yeah. And I'm just, that was my, I'm like that. Like it's weird and it's fucked because I wanted them to keep pace with us, at least for yesterday. You know,
well,
please
more space between them.
Yeah. Because it's just like, it's, and you see Dallas fans who are, you know, it's, and you dealt with this when we lost a week ago against Washington. When it's hilarious that we lost, but yet you're fucking 2 games back of us.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Again, like, you know, you can only play who's in front of you. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And that's why you can't snooze at them beating the Colts. You know, like,
it's not college football. You don't make your own schedule.
Right.
They make it for you.
and they were in front of you and they were beating you, but you get the dub.
You come back and win.
That's all that matters.
Well, and that's the thing is it's like, well, part of the league is set up for parity.
Mm-hmm.
When you finish in first place, they fucking you get a first place schedule the following year. You get all the division winners. You get all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't win the division. You guys did.
Yeah.
And you want, okay, we won the division, and rightly so, but understand you're going to get the first place schedule. So you don't then get to use that as like a fucking shield like religious people do Christ and go, well, wait a minute. Our schedule's tougher than yours. Well, yeah, it is. You won the fucking division.
Yeah.
You idiot. What?
Look at the record.
How long have you been watching football?
Yeah.
This is the way it's been.
Mm-hmm.
We got the second place schedule. Our schedule's going to be a little easier than yours.
Mm-hmm.
We win the division this year.
Next year,
we'll get the first place schedule.
Yeah.
Then when we yell at you about how your schedule's easier, you're going to go, whoa, you only play the teams in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I hate it, dude. I hate, and that's the thing is that it's social media and shit has made sports debates just become
shouting matches,
cumbersome and obnoxious and stupid because you can't. The bar debate's gone anymore. How I Met Your Mother did an episode about this shit. It's just anybody can do anything on this shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's like if it's there's no logic base behind it. It's like politics too. Mm-hmm. It's which is politics are also a fucking team sport.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's just like if you align with a side, you're going to, not everybody, you shit on the Mets. You're cynical with the Devs and the Suns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way with the Phils and the Flyers and the Eagles and shit. Like, but that's not everybody. And if shit's going well, you're going to puff your chest. But, like, it doesn't mean we're 9-1.
Yeah.
I hate to be, we're 9-1, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm cynical as fuck. I'm like, it's great. I'm enjoying this. Don't get me wrong, especially because a month ago, you had the Phils in the World Series. Mm-hmm. The Flyers started hot. The Union were in the MLS Cup. And now what's going on?
All you got is the Eagles.
The Flyers have dropped 6 in a row. The Phils fucking lost. The Union lost. And the Birds lost to the Command Skins and sputtered past the Colts. And it's like, all right, this is the way it's supposed to feel. I'm conditioned to feel this way.
Yep.
But there's also like we're 9-1. So, but the cynical in me, it's like having it's Animal House when you had the angel and the devil on your shoulder. The angel's like, enjoy it. This is great. And the devil's like, dude, this fucking ends
mm-hmm.
with Irish car bombs and depression. That how this ends. So it's just like, I don't know, dude. I tend to skew too far the other way after 34 years of this shit. I didn't even believe the Super Bowl was real until it's like, well, I guess it did happen. A week's gone by and, people are texting still, and I'm turning on the NFL Network, and our logo's up there. Oh, look, there's a parade. All right, it's real. It's real. So I don't know, dude. It's just, it's dumbed so much shit down, and it's reduced it to where when you do what we do, when you talk into microphones,
mm-hmm.
it helps to use socials to, hey, get your shit out there, get your content out there. I swear to God, if it wasn't for the pods, dude, I would probably have them, but I would never use them.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I think about this. I was thinking about this like as you said it, and I never even really broke it. Like, sure, Cowboys fans, we've probably both known a lot of Cowboys fans pre-social media.
Yes,
and they've always been obnoxious
for sure.
But you think about like the other teams that pop up as decent.
Yeah.
Now they're being loud on the internet too.
Yes.
It's like, bro, you're a Colts fan.
Right.
You got nothing to be like.
Yeah.
I mean,
please stop posting #tighten up.
Yeah.
On your timeline. No. Everybody has a voice now. But just
Jaguars fans, man, like, come on,
dude. I know, and it's like
Duval.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Just because everybody has a voice doesn't mean that you should use it always.
And again, it's not to say don't support your team. Of course, support your team. But like, I don't know, man. The Devs are like hot right now, and I'm scared pissless,
dude,
to put anything out there.
Right. I know
because I don't want to be the guy.
I had to get it out of you.
I don't want to be the guy that ruined it.
No, I know, dude.
Because screw it. Like, dude, watching, and this feeds it too, and I guess just internet meme culture. Like, you watch these teams as they win, like the devs do it too. And I'm like, please stop. Like with each W right now, they're like, new, and each win is an extra W. So like the other day it was NE 13 W's Jersey Devils. And then they post like the pictures of hold this L to whoever they just beat. And it's like, I mean, that's fun, that's clever, but fucking stop.
Karma happens, right?
Please.
Yeah. Before, the cap gets hurt again or some shit.
All I come back to is Suns in 4.
Yeah. I know, dude.
And it's like,
I know.
That guy...
That guy's real.
That guy fucked our shit.
And that guy's always real. And all you need now is to have some dipshit get a Stanley Cup tattoo.
Yeah.
And then you're fucked. Just pack it in for the season.
It's like, man, we have a shot.
Please don't
of going where we haven't been in 19 years.
Please stop. Please stop.
Can we take this, please? These boys deserve it.
Yes, they do.
Good.
They do. It social media is just, it's, first of all, it's fucking poison.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, dude. It's we took something that was meant to like, here's an easy way to stay in touch with people you went to school with that you haven't seen in 10, 20 years, or your fucking uncles and your aunts and your cousins out of town. And we've taken that and we've turned it into fucking debate culture. And, look at what I made for dinner. And oh, by the way, here's a selfie, convenient camera angles.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And by the way, this thing sucks. This team sucks.
Oh, for
this
sure.
This sucks. My team's great.
Yeah.
This thing's great.
Things I don't like are the worst, but everything I love is the best.
Yep.
And it's just funny, dude. It's funny because there's always the blame the ref shit happens every week, dude. And look, refs suck, and they do affect games. They
Sometimes it does happen, but
I look, not to be that guy, but Eagles fans that want to get on the refs for the Monday night game have every right. I'm not going to be that guy because, as I was told when I played, and like I used to coach and tell the players I coached, don't put yourself, and this is just Jimmy Johnson at the U, don't put yourself in a situation where the refs can impact the game. Simple as that.
Yep.
If you do, you're leaving. It's no longer in your hands. It's no longer up to your knowledge, your discipline, your skill. It's up to somebody's discernment that may be hungover, that may fucking hate you, that whatever. And, maybe he got in an argument with his wife the night before and her favorite color is your team color. And he decides, fuck you. I hate this bitch. And I'm going to stick it to her with this pass interference call. Whatever. There was a missed call that injured our fucking tight end, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? Win the game.
Win the game, and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Don't have it in a situation where that if they miss the call, it's gonna. It did change the momentum of the game, and there were several. But it's at the end of the day, it's on you. You didn't fucking execute. So please stop blaming the goddamn refs, dude. It's every week you see that shit and you hear about it. Well, the refs have it out for. No, they don't. They have it out for everybody, really, honestly. But there is no like it feels more like it's exclusive to your team because you're more invested and you spend more of your time and energy watching your team than any other team. But they really don't have it out for you in reality.
It took me months because watching the finals a couple years ago, Suns Bucks, and I mean, there was definitely times where it's like, these refs are not giving this, and it really does, like, it really does a lot of times feel like the refs are out to get the Suns. It really does. But at the end of the day, like you said, you're a good squad. Put the ball in the bucket.
Well, and that's it. Sometimes you get calls and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Dude. I can think of plenty of instances where we lucked out and we got a call that shouldn't have happened. And then there's the Dallas Goedert face mask call. It's just if you watch enough, if you've been a fan enough, if whatever, the pendulum swings both ways. It always does. So it just stop being blame the ref fucking guy. I cannot stand that shit, but they're always there because it's easy. It's easier to do that than sit here and go, yo, my team sucked. You know, like even yesterday, dude, we came away, we won that game, but we probably shouldn't have. You know, but at the end of the day, good teams find a way to win those games that they probably shouldn't have won, and that's what makes a good team. That's what fucking happened, dude.
Get the dub.
Exactly. So fuck it, we did, and the squad's 9-1, and Sirianni was unreasonably geeked on the sideline. You could start to see his angst build up as the game went on. Like he was big angsty, dude, because this game meant something to him, and you know when the game ended, he was going fucking bonkers on the sidelines, dude. It was cool to see. What a fucking guy, dude. He went ape shit. And, you know, so now we're 9-1 and Sunday night prime time. I fucking hate primetime games if I've got something to do the next day. If I don't, I love them. But if I've got an alarm to wake up to, they're the worst fucking thing in the world. So prime time against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, which is not what it looked like it was going to be a couple months ago when the schedule first came out. But again, it's Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. So, and by the way, you know what is happening for the first time this Sunday night? You know, because we're playing at home at night when it's dark out. Black helmets.
God damn it.
Yeah, dude.
You called that one.
Yeah. So here we go. And it I don't know, dude, you know, black helmets, black gear. And I'm just like, I want.
Can we do that during the day? Like, I'd like to see it during the day.
Dude,
if you're going to do it.
For real. Just please stop with the gimmick. It's because it's nighttime. We wear dark. Understood. Okay. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, okay, we're almost in December. Thanksgiving's 3 days away. We're getting close to the Kelly Greens. They'll probably be out in about 6 months. Yeah. You know, March, April-ish. And I can't wait to see him, dude.
I know.
I can't wait to see him. And I need to start stockpiling a Kelly Green fund. Because when they drop, there's going to be a home and away jersey purchase. There's going to be a hat, there's going to be shirts, there's going to be a jacket, there's going to be I'm going to go fucking crazy, dude. Cuz it's like it's back.
Been so long.
It's back, dude. And even if it is an alternate I got this feeling we're going to go back to it full time.
You have to that is why it's an alternate, to see how it does.
Yep, and it's gonna.
So you're just doing your part.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna do. Look, if it doesn't, you're not gonna be able to say the Grease Pole podcast didn't do their part, because we're gonna do everything we can. We're gonna throw every dollar we can in making sure this Kelly Green shit goes through. But it's I know a lot of Eagles fans around my age, dude, that when they're rocking Eagles shit, that's what they go with, and it's going to be a fucking home run, dude. There's been petitions online for years. I signed one. Bring back the Kelly Green, dude. And
it's long beyond time.
Yes. So it's just like, let's get through the blacks. Let's get through all this shit. And, you know, let's just get to March, April, when the new threads start trickling out for all the teams. And let's see what they do. And I really hope it's as simple as just a modern refresh.
Yeah.
That's all it needs, dude. Please don't add forever piping up there.
No.
Please don't gimmick it up.
Nope.
Don't make it fucking stupid. Just modern. Clean it up. Clean it up, and that's all it needs.
Give me a nice little eagle.
Yeah, dude.
There we go.
That
Boom,
silver
done.
pant.
Yeah.
The fucking silver pant, dude. And yeah, bring it back. We're ready to give you guys money, Jeff Lurie. Like shit tons, as if you haven't gotten enough from this fucking pod already. So there's that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you're on YouTube. If you are, shout out. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button as well. The Birds are 9-1. Barely pulled a rabbit out of their hat, but they are 9-1 nonetheless. Subscribe, rate, review, won't you, if you're listening on a podcast platform. However you are listening, thank you for doing so. We'll see you back here next week after the black gear on Sunday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. We will see you then. Happy Thanksgiving. As always, go Birds.
What a guy.
What a fucking guy. Yo, how'd Barkley put it? Looking like another grease pole night in Philly. Facts.
Go Birds.
Go Birds! Yeah!
That would be great.